I'm sure you can tell from the title of the video that this is going to be how to change a Samsung electric dryer heating element. It's going to be very similar for any front load style dryer that is an LG or a Samsung. Basically what you're going to want to do, most of the screws, if not all of them, are going to be Phillips head screws. You're going to take the two out the top and the back, then push the top backwards. You're going to pop it up. Don't forget to turn off your breaker. You're going to take all of the screws out of the faceplate. Once you've gotten all those out, you're going to roll the faceplate forward, undo the connections, put that down, open up the door, take the two screws out of the front. Some of these models have 3 screws out the front. You'll take those out, pop the tabs. You see the front will fall forward. You're going to take the door latch connection off, unscrew the screws that are going to go to the silver faceplate. Take the door panel off, then pop that off. Then you're going to take the 5 screws off of the bulkhead of the drum. It's going to be 4 at the top, 1 at the very bottom by the blower, and then you're going to undo the connection at the bottom. And that is to your moisture sensors. So you'll pop the front off. Sometimes the dryer wheels will get stuck on the drum. If that happens, just pick the drum up and pull back. Then you're going to undo the belt for the dryer drum. Pull the entire drum out. Going to get your multimeter, set it to ohms resistance. That's the little horseshoe setting, or the one that looks like a bunch of waves. They'll beep if there's continuity. You're going to put it on the 2 sets of terminals that I just did. And if it beeps, it's good. If it's bad, it won't beep. And then you'll know to change whatever component that is. In this case, it's the heating element. Chances are it's going to be the heating element or the fuse that's behind the terminals on the heating element. That is the high limit fuse. With a Samsung dryer, you have to take the entire heating element apart. You'll have to flatten the terminals so you can back those little deals. I use the screwdriver to help me take the terminals off. Once you pull the wires off, then you have to flatten the little anchors that are on the terminal. That'll let you pull out the entire heating element. If you look below, I'll put the link to this heating element. Then you just gotta put the new heating element in the place of the old one. If you like the video so far, make sure to subscribe and drop me a like if you like the content. I like to take all the BS out of changing this heating element. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube that include a lot of fluff. I'm hoping to not put any fluff in this one, but it is a long repair if you haven't done it before. If you have a video in mind that you need to see, drop it in the comments below. I can definitely make arrangements to get the video made. Once you get the first parts of the heating element lined up, the rest of it really falls into place, and you can just pump up these Phillips head screws. Get these all lined up, tighten them down. You can take this completely out, but I don't like to disconnect all of the wires if I don't have to. If you feel more comfortable, feel free to undo all these wires. Just make sure you take a picture so you can put them back the correct way. Put the heating element back into the back of the dryer. Make sure it sits right. Make sure you get your fuses lined back up. Once you're done putting the heating element all back together, now it's time to start reassembling the dryer. I wrap the belt around the dryer drum. You don't want to see the grooves. It should be like a plaid pattern on the top of the drum. The grooved portion should be touching the drum. You can't really see. It's hard for me to get the angle, but I'm putting the belt back on. Then you put the bulkhead back. It should be really easy to get the top tabs put in. If you're having trouble with the bottom tabs, grab one of the fins inside of the drum and spin it, and that should help you get the bottom tabs lined up. Once you get all those screws back in, then you're going to want to put the light back on, put your dryer door back on, fasten the door latch, switch, then put the silver plate for the bulkhead back like you found it. Pull the wires for the control panel back through the bulkhead. Get these holes lined up. If you're having trouble putting these screws back in, make sure that the bulkhead from earlier is still flush. Then you get the tabs with the control board lined back up into the holes on the front panel. Fasten the connections back. It should kind of click into place. Then once you get that done, put all 4 screws back in the top control panel. Don't forget to put the screws in the front. Some models have 2, some models have 3. You're going to want to slide the top panel. You're going to want to place it on top and then pull it towards you. And it should kind of click into place like this one did. And then just put the 2 screws back in the back. Switch your breaker back on, and you should have a functioning dryer. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks.